Over half of Thailand's 63 million people are women. They are granted equal rights under the constitution, and in recent years, their education and career prospects have improved greatly. But when it comes to challenging the state, most women and men avoid such a fight. But what if your loved ones suddenly disappeared? What would you do? Violence in Thailand's three southernmost provinces, Pattani, Yala and Narathiwat, has resulted in over 1,300 deaths since 2004. There have also been a number of disappearances. Somchai Neelapaijit, a prominent human rights lawyer, had revealed police torture of some suspects, and he had called for the lifting of martial law imposed in the region. He disappeared on March 12, 2004 in Bangkok. His abductors were later found to be police officers. Since then, his wife, Angkana, has relentlessly demanded the state take responsibility for his disappearance.
In
the end, we are the people who are suffering. If we don't fight to protect ourselves, who will?
In 2006, the criminal court sentenced one of the accused police officers to 3 years imprisonment for coercion, whilst 4 others were acquitted.
In practice, if the wrongdoer is in a position of power, it's hard to punish that person and to find those who are missing. Legally, forced disappearance is not a criminal offence.
The Department of Special Investigation, or DSI, has been tasked with finding out what has happened to Somchai.
I will continue to demand an answer from the DSI, but they work very slowly. In my heart, I think the government does know what actually happened.
The tragedy has had a great impact on the family, especially on Somchai's 5 children.
Since I was young, I've never seen her like this, fighting for a public cause. But even while she does this, she still manages to run our home impeccably.
A research center at the Prince of Songkhla University has documented around 30 cases of missing persons in the largely Muslim-dominated southern region from 2004 to mid-2006. Exact numbers are not available, as no official agency has been set up to deal directly with missing persons. Angkhana has won domestic and international awards as a human rights campaigner. She uses all the funds to support her organization, the Working Group on Justice for Peace, which helps those affected by the violence in the South.
When there is violence, the impact is on the women and children. They don't really stand up for their rights, because just trying to make sure the family has enough to eat is already difficult enough. But if women don't fight for their rights, I don't know who will do it for them.
The families of those who are missing are compensated by the state, but what they really want is justice.
Peace will be achieved on the basis of justice. The state wants peace, but it has never provided the justice that is needed.
Angkhana has shown how it is possible to stand up for her rights and for a public cause.
Sometimes it feels like it's not worth the fight, but I feel that my case can serve as a reminder for the younger generation about missing persons. We must not accept it, and with that, I hope we'll see it happen less in the future.
In 2000, an all-out war between the Philippine government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front was declared. The conflict took place mainly in Mindanao, the southern part of the Philippines. Thousands of people were displaced. Women and children suffered the most. Innocent victims who have had to bear the burden of losing their homes, their livelihoods, and sometimes members of their families. Yet they still managed to carry on, living their lives with the little they have in evacuation centers for long and unknown stretches of time.
It was a terrible experience being evacuated here. No food, no shelter. We didn't know where we were going to end up.
What is often projected in the media and in the news has always been stories of women who are running here and there and experiencing hunger and deaths in the evacuation centers. Now women are taking charge. They are taking charge of their own lives and they are taking charge of their own communities.
Samira Usman is an evacuee. After fleeing from their home in 2000, Samira, her husband, and their 4 children have been living in the evacuation center, the place they now call home. They live lives that are dictated by the restrictions brought about by the unresolved peace negotiations. But Samira and other evacuees have had the continual support of Marian Arnado through her 2 peace organizations, Initiatives for International Dialogue and Bantay Ceasefire, where Samira and other evacuees are now also active. Mary Ann is a single parent of 2 girls and is a practicing lawyer handling mostly women's cases.
We are organizing ourselves to be able to help silence the guns in Mindanao. That is our role, and we had been doing this for the past 4 years.
Ang tawag namin dito is evacuation.
We call this place home. This is where we were evacuated. We now live here. We started up small businesses. They are a source of income so we can live from day to day. What I did was talk to them, encourage them, and prove to them that as women, we can manage.
Getting strength from each other and from the wider community has kept the women of Mindanao together, a solid force and foundation working towards achieving a sustainable peace. They may have their own distinct roles, but the common denominator is peace.
Searching of peace is concerned, women will not be isolated. And I hope we can work together and walk the same direction, and that is peace.
Whenever a woman or a mother calls for peace,
the parties involved in the conflict do listen. Let's give peace a chance.
The women who absorb this pain, but also the pain of the memories created in the minds of the young children, and they are more active, and they are more compassionate, and they are more passionate when it comes to peace building.
We are all working together so that indeed we will succeed in silencing the guns in Mindanao. This should be natural to us, and so we would like this to be a legacy that we will give to our children, so that they will indeed experience peace.
We hope that the peace continues. We're afraid to have war again. If the peace holds, my dream of finishing my studies will surely come true.
The past may linger, but the present and future generations of women who have been the backbone of the creation of peace will always be there. Working hand in hand, is still hopeful that tomorrow peace may reign again.